Okay, I'm live and I look weirder than ever with the lighting because I got a different light again. I want to experiment with it. What's this do? Does nothing. It's white. That's a bit more blue, I suppose. Oh God, that's fairly nightmarish. Maybe that. And now, and hello Megaleech, by the way. It's by auto white balance. Color intensity. Ooh, that's fun. That's fun. This is very weird. Ugh. No, definitely don't want that. Struggling with this shit. Ugh. Actually, maybe even actually reduce the light. Maybe that's better. It's a struggle. Hey, Jeremy, and hello, Dr. Abigail. Is tonight going to be party night? I mean, maybe. Not planning to go super duper late. I'm just going. You know what I am planning to do? Put my second colored light together because it arrived just a little while ago while I was out visiting the offspring in their new domicile, having some Korean food for dinner. All right. Second remote. Be interesting. I wonder if these are going to work at cross purposes. Soon find out. Seriously, I'm so bad at judging what the light actually looks like to people on the other end. But here we go. Going to make this light, and then I'm going to make some Easter cocktails. Oh man, me cursing and swearing as I think of things on the fly that I didn't think of earlier. You know what? I will just take it as it comes. I think I know what I'm going to do. All right, so put one of these together before. One of the lights. That's the top one. Might have numbers on them. What number did that have on it? 4. Yeah. I didn't even look at that last time. I just jammed them together. 5, 4, 3, 2. This would be 1 because it's the base. 1 and 4 are obvious. I don't know that 2 and 3 are actually important. What order they go in? And that would be number 2. Number 2. Okay. And now the bass. Hey, Justin. Jeremy, you have been away for a while, but I only changed rooms this week. In fact, this is only the second stream in this room. It's because the offspring moved out last weekend. And so I've now commandeered the young Mr. Angry's former bedroom as my bar and studio. And Mrs. Angry has commandeered young Ms. Angry's former room. It's now known as the Zen room for yoga and relaxation. Personally, I think yoga would be more popular if more yoga studios were right next door to a bar. So I think I'm on the cutting edge here, quite honestly. Mrs. Angry disagrees a bit on that. Dr. Abigail, is this the 3rd street? I'm not even counting very well. Oh, where's my little... It's neat. They give you the tools with this little mini screwdriver. Oh, god damn, that fucking... Jesus Christ. He's dinging me. Oh, my food's coming tomorrow. Every Thursday night that happens. Every Thursday night I mutter, who's dinging me? It's the same thing. So, Justin, a plant, blue, dead plant, blue under your hair, prick your finger trying to get it out, now your finger's swollen out to it. God damn. Plant seed. That's a pain in the proverbial. Or literally in your finger, I guess. Pain in the finger. Right. I'm not sure it matters which way I do this. Right, just do it like that. Done the lefty loosey, now we do the righty tighty. Okay. I know what this one is because that's also become somewhat of a tradition. Dr. Abigail to troll me straight after, to text me and tell me my food's coming. Okay, so this is the bass. Do-de-do. What's happening at 10 a.m., Musical Aviator? Is that when my food... You're declaring that's when my food's arriving? That... Oh, no. I'm doing this back to front. I hit the off button on my microphone just then. Hopefully I'm still here. Yep, that's it. That's actually probably the angle I wanted on too, by sheer chance. All right, so 2. No, I am doing that right. There's only one way it can go. I just realized it's the little locking thing that... Okay, now my brain... Geez, this is not difficult, but Wouldn't want to be drunk. All right, now I'll put this on the floor. On the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Is that a joke? The two big dance hits, It's Raining Men and Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, are the same song from different perspectives. Ah, Musical Aviator, this one time at band camp. 10 a.m. tomorrow and Sunday. Brass band live stream. I do like a pun. Do like a pun. All right. And this one, she goes here. All right. Pretty goddamn easy to put together. No, I'm literally never going to believe you ever again. For good reason. All right, so. Wait, what the fuck? It's USB. Fuck. Ah, shit, I'm going to have to disappear for a second. And there's got to be fucking USB adapters around the house. I forgot. I should have remembered from the last one. God damn it. Okay. I'm going to play something rather than have the empty room while I'm away. I could play music, actually. That's the thing I can do. Back soon. Looking for a plug. Scroll across on the screen. And banner. Now, the Doctor Who cried Bad Wolf, maybe? Yes, I think that's what Dr. Abigail's saying there. Where's the music? Okay, that's weird. Oh no, for Dr. Abigail, this music is called Feeding the Ducks. So you're getting some elevator music while I go out and find a plug. This should actually only take a minute. Yeah, I thought it'd be quick. All right, I turned the elevator music off now. Told you I'd be quick though. Found what I was looking for. Unlike Bono, still hasn't found what he's looking for. I believe that's still the case, actually. Right, so this goes here. And I can't reach the... Ah, fuck. There is not an overabundance of power cords here. Fuck. There is that. Oh my god. Trying my luck. There we go. Maybe I should do this actually. Now I think of it. Okay. I thought so. The fucking things. I want the two of them to be different. And they want to be the same. How do I deal with this? Okay, this is annoying and something I'm maybe not going to work out tonight. Hiya, Honey and Toby. Yeah, a bit of decoration on there, which, I mean, you won't see most of the time because I'm sitting here. But when I go up and make videos, you'll see it. God damn it. Oh, what have I done now? Oh, they're reacting to my voice now. I did that accidentally. And now I'm doing that. Oh, now they're doing two different things, which is interesting because I want them to do two different things. But I want them to bloody obey. I want them to obey different remotes. I don't know. Heine, I could get a neon sign. There are various online things that keep advertising. Wait, why have I still got the bloody banner running? And I did have someone promising they could maybe just get me a neon bar sign that I could hang up there. Look out. Okay. Fuck it. This not being able to do them separately is annoying the shiz out of me. Yes. Come on. App. My devices now. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. I got it with the app. So I got one orange and one blue. Actually, now's probably a good time to set up a video. make an Easter cocktail video. I'll decide what to do. What's this one? Excellent. Chocolate tequila Alexander. That's just a wild one. Toby lights have an ASMR feel. Maybe I could do that. Hi, Nettie. So I shall now. Okay, so phase 2. If I am going to make I was going to get a chocolate Easter egg as a garnish. Okay. I'm sure I brought my skewers in here. I thought I brought my skewers in here. I don't know where they are. They're still in the fucking kitchen. But I think I brought my spare ones in here. I appear to be incorrect. Oh. Also, so if I go over here, you can't really see. I think I'll put Mimsy here. At the moment, I have Mimsy there, which would show up in my YouTube videos, but doesn't show up on the stream. But I'll put. Although, if I sit here, okay, I seem to. I'll put Mimsy here. Put Mimsy here. Mimsy, come over here. You sit on that bit of the bar. Be the stream mascot. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Und so. I might do this simple one. Chocolate tequila Alexander. Okay. So we are going to shake this. All right, I'm just going to practice a talky talk bit to the. Where is my audio recorder? My audio recorder, where did I put it? Gosh darn it, I'm pretty sure I had it in here. I'm gonna need it. Or the sound's gonna be shit. Possibly gonna be shit anyway in here. I haven't really. That's here. I knew I had it. Panicking. Okay. That there. Okay. All right. I am going to duck out for a second and get a skewer, maybe an Easter egg, and looking for some things. And I'll play the music again. Lo-fi. Right. Again, it's probably going to take a minute. I'll be back. And I'm back. Right. First night trying to do a lot of things, and it's not going bad. It's not going completely smoothly though. You move a few things. I'm going to attempt. Actually, I'm going to turn that music off. And turn that banner off because I'm back. Going to attempt to skewer an Easter egg and see how that goes. If it's going to work or if the egg's just going to break. Just do it across the middle. It's gone in partly. A little bit of chalky breaking off. A bit more chalky breaking off. Okay, I'm going in on an angle. I need to go in straight. Nope, that's breaking. Which is honestly what I thought would happen. Maybe I could sit that on the edge of a glass. I might keep that because I might literally be able to do that. Okay, so that theory, that turned out exactly how I thought it would. Hey, Charlie. What's good is I'm looking at a 4-day weekend. Oh, God, he saw VD abusing an old woman. Oh, God. Everyone would want to tell him to move on. Wish the lad would get some help. Use the GTV lobby music to put you to sleep. Nice. I've taken to, if I need to nap or if I'm having trouble sleeping, very rarely like nighttime sleeps. But if I want to have a nap, you get ambient bilateral stimulation stuff off YouTube. Like some people have like 10-hour videos. And besides some nice either ambient sounds or light music, you get these things called bilateral stimulation. It's like you get the different ding, 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 ding in each ear. There is a school of thought that says that's good for relaxation. So I do that quite often. Okay, so I am going to set this up. Ooh, Charles, 5-day at the airport, waiting for them to fix the plane. Okay, hopefully you're skyborne soon. You Don't want your holiday wrecked by dodgy planes. Think VD's been banned from the horse shops now. Again, the lad needs to get some help. The boy's not right. He needs some good no-nonsense counselling. Might get him back on track. All right. So I am going to do a couple of things. The camera goes here. So I'm going to be a bit obscured while I do this, so I hope you don't mind. Now my stronger light to light up my features. Put that there, and we'll reflect that, I think. Now, just going to have a quick look at what this looks like. Okay. Yeah, that is kind of weak over there. All right. Oh god, this is going to fuck with me again, isn't it? So, yep, they both went red. And this one wanted blue. There we go. There we go. Blue and red. See what that's like. Oh yes, Nettie, it's all. Oh, old school Nettie, video dude, the guy who I enraged by not being a bigot a couple of years ago. All right, what does that look like? That is not balanced. That needs to go there. I want them balanced. That means you have to come over here then. That looks a bit more balanced. I think that looks okay. All right, I'm going to try and record a bit. Oh no, Charles is delayed. All right. Looks a bit right. I'm going to try this. Okay. The first bit of talky talk. G'day cocktail lovers. I have a new setup. This is not necessarily its final look, but I've had a few days to set things up. Look, nicely arranged bottles, loving it. I have all my glassware and various things at hand in here. My own little studio / bar space. And I'm looking forward to doing a whole bunch of videos in here. And this is like a new beginning for the channel in a lot of ways. So we'll see where we can take it. But first up, I think we are going to do some Easter cocktails. Easter, to me, means weird pagan ceremonies, but I'll settle for chocolate. And when you're talking about Easter cocktails, I always think they should have a chocolatey theme. Here's a nice, easy, chocolatey little dot. All right, I'm actually going to double check on the naming of this. I am, in fact, setting up streaming sessions at the bar. This is very much what's happening. What do you call it? Chocolate Tequila Alexander. Okay. Here's a fun chocolatey Easter cocktail. It's called a Chocolate Tequila Alexander. Okay, got to get used to my new shells. Where the fuck is my añejo tequila? Is that añejo? That's reposado. Is that añejo? Okay. To go into the cupboard. Get the brown creme de cacao. There we go. This is a very easy cocktail. I'm making it with añejo tequila, cream liqueur, and some brown creme de cacao. I don't hear the cicadas anymore, but I'm near the road now. I can hear cars. Hopefully not often. And hopefully the microphone's not picking it up. I'm going to start with cream liqueur. This is a homemade I'm going to start with the cream liqueur because then the other bits will wash that out of the jigger. This is actually a homemade vegan Baileys that a friend left here. So this is what I'm starting with. First, in our shaker, we add 1 ounce or 30 mils of cream liqueur. Then we add 1 ounce or 30 mils of brown creme de cacao. I'm using 2 separate elements, but if you have... I'm using 2 separate elements, but if you have a creamy chocolate liqueur, you could just go with that. Finally, I'm adding 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of añejo tequila into our shaker. We add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 or 15 seconds, and then strain that into a chilled coupe. Now, phase 2. I actually want to shoot the close-ups. How are we all going there? Like my flow, thank you. Didn't hear it, but went off my... You love cicadas? That's okay. Cicadas are just very noisy. Right. So I need to set up another shot. Get my cocktail glass. Yeah. Oh wait, this is still going. Damn it. I don't want that to still be going. Okay. So, want now might want to actually point that down. Oh, yeah, that's much better. And I gotta get this. And bring this down. Yes. Good effort, Cecil B. DeMille. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Well, you don't know what I'm going to do because you're not psychic. What I'm going to do is shorten the legs on this tripod. And away we go. Hey there. All right. Here we go. Now I have to change to HD. Okay. And we're shooting mode, high speed for sexy slow-mo shots. Oh yeah, that's a good shot. That is a good shot. Okay. I don't think I brought my jigger. Jesus Christ, what a clown. You don't make cocktails without your jigger. All right, I'll be back in a second. Well, 30 to 60 seconds. Won't be long, though. I'm not even going to put the music on. All right. These them Kwame keep hanging out. Oh no, I did hang out. Sorry. Also, just so you know, most people watch on YouTube. Some people watch on Facebook, and some people watch on Twitch. So, but by all means, hang out. This is sort of interactive. Am I looking forward to Easter? Looking forward to a 4-day weekend. Right. So let's get this party started. Right. Let's get this party started quickly. And this shit's good. Thank you, Helen. Helen, who was on the stream a while back, made this. Left it with me, I assume on purpose. Maybe not, but I've still got it. Okay. Now we get the sexy close-up shots. All right. Brune crème de cacao. And finally, tequila. I honestly don't know what this is going to be like. Probably good. This might be the only video I make channel. We'll see. All right. Now check this out. Check this out. Classy. Got this little thermos here. It's my ice bucket because it's insulated to keep the ice cold. That's too much. Want to save some ice for another drink. That was too greedy, cocktail number one. All right. Put the lid back on the thermos. This is like meant to hold soup or something for work, but insulated. It's my ice bucket. Okay. So, Vive on tool. Shake, shake, shake. Far enough away, this shouldn't bother you, but this could be loud. Oh, it's a nice chocolatey color, and it's creamy. There's a nice glass. Nick, and actually this one. Now, I'll just check the shot, actually. Yeah, that actually looks good. Oh, I don't believe I've been recording that whole time. Wait, what the fuck? Oh man, I think high speed wasn't on for the other ones. Oh, now I'm pissed off. Whatever. I'll cope. This is a learning experience. Okay. Und wie strain. Okay. Now I kind of need to hide this while I do another bit of talking. Actually, I'll put it there. Put that there. I have to do a fake shake for the camera because I forgot to do it before. All right. I can't really do that bit over again, but we'll be fine. It'll be all right on the night. Just a quick set reset. I need like a director / producer, probably an editor too for that matter. And we're going out wide. Right. Sorry, the camera's giving me hassle. I'm just going to check that and move this back to here and bounce it up rather than down. Okay. What does that look like? That is not quite the right. Let's go a bit wider. That's a bit closer. What's that? That looks pretty good. Okay. Got the audio recorder happening again. Video recorder. Do a fake shake for the camera. And there's our chocolate tequila Alexander. I think I'll just try and garnish that with a mini Easter egg. And that went straight in the drink. I think we all saw that coming. That's okay. That's now a little treat for the end of this chocolatey treat. Let's see what it's like. Ooh, that is good. I've never really done tequila with chocolate before, so I wasn't sure how it would go. It goes well. It's a little bit different from a lot of the creamy chocolate cocktails. It's worth trying. A chocolate tequila. What was that? My fucking brain stopped working. Alexander. It's a little different from other creamy chocolate cocktails. It's worth trying. A chocolate tequila Alexander. I just got locked in a gross fake smile and it did not feel good. But that's done at least. And I'll do the stuff later. All right, you come over here. I'll probably even switch you off because that seems like a thing to do. Also means switch off your bloody audio recorder. Oh my god, that was a palaver. I don't know if I'll try and make any more videos tonight. I might try and make a couple tomorrow night. Wait, where's my drink? There it is. There it is. Chocolate tequila. All right. That is actually pretty goddamn good. Oof. Almost like I want to show off that. Like this was young Ms. Angry's gaming chair that she decided she didn't like. Left it behind and got a new one. It's got a really high back. I almost want one with a lower back because it like obscures the background, which I quite like. But anyway. Sorry, I missed. Can I ask the question? Hartstead. Yes, I'm open to questions. Sorry, I was a bit occupied for a while there. Now I'm more able to answer questions. Pink and white gaming chair. I think I saw you post a picture of that on the socials. Oh god, putting it together. Isn't putting it together. I like the bar was actually quite easy to put together. Yeah. It's a little while since I put together the chair. I hate putting things together. Oh, Harstead. I don't think I've ever sat through Young Einstein beginning to end. I've seen quite a few bits of it. For those who don't know, I think that was Yahoo Serious's first feature film. Very briefly made him a person of note in Australia. It was interesting. There was some very good stuff in it. Yeah, there was that brief couple of years where he was a big deal, Yahoo Serious, and then vanished. You saw it when you were a kid. Yeah, I probably, last time I saw any of it was probably only a few years after it came out. Yes, that's right. This young Einstein split the beer atom to make better, foamier beer. What were his other films? There was Reckless Kelly, which was as much about Ned Kelly as young Einstein was about Albert Einstein. And there was another one. I'm trying to remember. Charles, I have watched the first episode of History of the World Part 2. I probably at some point will watch some more. It didn't exactly set the world on fire from my perspective. It's just kind of rather broad sketch comedy, but I didn't hate it. Didn't hate it at all. So I will probably give it more of a go. There's another one for those who don't know. Mel Brooks made a film in long time ago, late 70s, early 80s, History of the World Part 1. And it's taken this long for a History of the World Part 2 to come out. And it's on one of the streaming services, probably slightly different streaming services in different parts of the world. I don't know. And it's like half-hour episodes, sketch comedy. It's yeah. Well, see, I was never that sold on the movie, Charles. It's it had a few funny jokes. I see. I was being really controversial the other day, Mel Brooks. Well, I think Mel Brooks is a very funny person and remained a very funny person late in life. I think the last genuinely good film he made was Young Frankenstein. Yeah, look, dude, I'm willing to say I'm sort of in out on a limb. Yeah, it's just I think History of the World Part 1 had some good jokes in it, but didn't really do a lot for me. I think Spaceballs really sucked. I know a lot of people like it. Okay. That's a line I 100% soundly disagree with, Annette, because there is just horrible, hateful, misogynistic, transphobic shit getting put out all the time. All the time. That I take extreme exception to that line. You couldn't make that now. Bullshit. Some horrible shit gets made now. And Mel Brooks was not a mean person. He wasn't doing horrible, spiteful, bigoted shit. He was doing risque jokes. There's stuff that gets put out all the time now that's just fucking vile. I take extreme exception with that idea. Gormley, you thought Aussie meant autistic. Well, you know, it depends who you ask. Spaceballs has one good joke. Spaceballs was for kids. That's just my opinion. Again, Robin Hood Men in Tights. I don't think I ever sat through that. I saw bits of it. I mean, I like Kari Ellis, but yeah, I just think Mel Brooks is a funny guy, talented guy, but for whatever reasons, he's not funny. Again, Annette, I disagree completely. I disagree extremely strongly. The most successful, most highly paid comedian in the world is Ricky Gervais, who freely makes obnoxious, bigoted jokes. They're just jokes, though. But yeah, he regularly just makes gross, bigoted jokes. Second most successful, second most highly paid comedian in the world is the famously transphobic Dave Chappelle, and they get paid literally tens of millions of dollars to do their shit. So I will never let that line go. I will never let that line, you couldn't do that today. I'll never let it go because it just isn't true. As evidence. Starship Troopers, that's fun. Some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen is people talking to the people who made Starship Troopers. Paul Verhoeven is like, oh, but it seems kind of fascist. And yes, it is essentially satire, and they have friggin' it's a satire of a fascist society. It's a science fiction satire of a fascist society. Yeah, they're fascists. Liam, I've been up to setting this room up. Helped my offspring move out last weekend, and I got to take over one of the bedrooms. See, I don't even remember History of the World, but again, I think these days most people would refrain, and not all, definitely not all, but I think most people would go, yeah, okay, rape jokes aren't actually funny. And yes, like, okay, Blazing Saddles, which I friggin' love because it's really anti-racist. And it's like, oh, I say the N-word. I go, yes, because they are making fun of people's racist attitudes. Yeah, no. Sorry, Carmel, I knew you were laughing because we last talked about Starship Troopers. Yeah. But it was consistently funny to me when people didn't get it and they were like saying to the filmmakers, like, but it seems really fascist. And they're going, yeah, that's the point. They're fascists. The guy who originally wrote it was essentially an unashamed fan of fascism. We are doing some satire of a fascist society. But yeah, they're fascist. It's like this idea that I really don't go along with, that your protagonist in a movie has to be admirable, or if they are not admirable, they have to get a comeuppance. It's a very silly idea. And, I got nothing against a movie about a bad person. And you get some people like, oh, but impressionable and or bad people will, be holding this guy up as a champion. It's going, I can't stop what fucked people do. I'm well, okay. I'm trying not to make absolute statements here, but what I'm saying is I'm not going to limit the art I enjoy, and I'm not going to try and limit other people's artistic expression just because someone might take it the wrong way. The things is like the old Australian movie, Russell Crowe's first lead role, Romper Stomper. They're about neo-Nazis in Melbourne, and like David Stratton being really upset about, oh no, you made the neo-Nazis look cool. And it's like, dude, not all neo-Nazis are bumbling fools. A lot of them are incredibly charismatic and dangerous. In my Easter egg. Well, like there's a strong bit of tequila at the bottom of the glass. Sorry, watching someone eat gross. Justin, I don't know if that's an April Fool's joke or what. I did see reference to it. No idea if it's real. Seems like a really weird cash grab if they're literally like recreating the books in a streaming series, so they can put all the bits that were left out. Just a cash grab, may or may not work. Who knows? Super evil person can't be morally incorrect to a main character. They want to change. But I mean, even like a much more recent one, the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, which I was surprised how much I liked it, because honestly, the director said so much stupid shit in interviews. I thought, this feels like it's going to suck, but I actually really liked it because the character, he was just super fucked up, and it's weird. This super fucked, like profoundly mentally ill guy ends up achieving his goals in the end. And I do love the speech when he's on the Tonight Show. It's, 'cause, 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 I want to get the exact quote because I like that. Joker quote. That's not that. You get. Where is it? Yes. But this is his name, Arthur Fleck. What do you get when you cross a mentally ill learner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash? You get what you fucking deserve. Thing. Oh yeah, and that is the thing. There are absolutely people who champion that who missed the entire fucking point. And it's also like people who miss the fucking point of Fight Club and so many other things, Punisher for that matter. But again, I'm not going to limit my art or someone else's artistic expression because of the possibility of someone taking it the worst possible way, because you just can't allow for that. You don't know what people are going to do. I think it's a fine line, and I think creators of all types stumble all the time because making things is difficult. It sounds like being, it's not like digging for coal, is it? No, it's not. It's not physically hard. But writing, painting, sculpting, doing music, acting, doing comedy, it is difficult, and it is almost inevitable that you will make mistakes. It's almost inevitable that you will stumble. Things don't go forward without people being willing to risk making mistakes. Even just things with like technology and whatnot. People fuck up with technology all the time because you're not going to advance if people aren't willing to risk fucking up. Yes, Charles, that is a good one. Cops with Punisher tattoos. Yes, and thanks for the easier identifier. You're a shit cop and an idiot. Like, yeah, literally, a cop with a Punisher tattoo is someone the Punisher would almost definitely shoot. That's angry philosophy. Now I might just mix myself a drink. Hey, you know what I didn't bring in here? I didn't bring my cherries in here. Am I really going to have a drink without a cherry? I don't think so. Should I make no fashions, or should I? I know the old-fashioned I'm going to make, actually. I love you, Charles. You're so trashy. For anyone who doesn't know or remember Charles, this is the man with whom I recorded a video where we made bad decision juice that was a lot of alcohol with an energy drink. It was a drink with enough alcohol to inspire you to make bad decisions and enough caffeine to give you the energy to act on those bad decisions. So I'm just going to make a variant of an old-fashioned, actually. See if I can find it. It's a reference in my Discord group with the YouTube bartenders. What are we doing? That's it. A Mexican and a cowboy walk into a bar. Do an Australian version called a Mexican and a bushranger walk into a bar. He's pretty straightforward. Just tequila and whiskey. Yep. Okay. I need to get my cherry, though. I'm going to have a cherry. I know. Yeah, Charles, I said trash as a compliment, honestly. Told the border guard you're going gay vacation intended in sucking the souls out of inspects. Purpose of your trip. Yes, Dr. Abigail, bad decision juice. Good drink. Yeah, I can't believe we were pretty irresponsible, quite honestly. It was a big thing. It wasn't not one of those little friggin' what do you call it? Red Bulls. It was like a monster, like the 500 ml cans, big glass, put a lot of alcohol and a lot of energy drink in there. I'm just gonna 30 seconds. I'm just gonna go get my cherries because I want my cherries. Okay. Got my freezer martini too. Might have a freezer martini later. All right, closing the door. You know, I'm not going to shoot a video. I will just, because it's convenient, I will go behind the bar to make this. All right. Chocolate bitters. Where's my chocolate bitters? Is it Bob's? What's the chocolate? Yes, Bob's chocolate bitters. All right, so which whiskey will we do? Which whiskey will we do? Rye. I've only got one rye. This one. Cape Byron. Their first single malt whiskey. Okay. Ooh. Bit of cream still in there, but that's okay. But I brought out some sugar syrup. Okay, sugar syrup. Spiced rhubarb sugar syrup I made. It's very yummy, and because it worked out, I'm going to make some more and make a video when I do it. It's very yummy. Okay, so tequila. And whiskey. I think it's raining outside, actually. I feel like I can hear water dripping down the drains. Whiskey. Bit of a weird colour. And some chocolate bitters. Oops, that might be too much. We'll see. And some orange peel. Spritz some orange oils in there. I left my skewers over there. And a skewer to skewer a cherry. Got my cherries. The bar's getting really crowded here. You're gonna have to clean. I think I'll clean up tomorrow. Oh, first time. That's a sign. Speared a cherry first time. All right. Put that out here. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Stir my drink. Just like that. After the bad decision juice, because it was morning or middle of the day for you. I think it was night for me. After the video, you went wakeboarding and ate shit on the lake repeatedly. I always want to go and find that video now. It was morning. Okay. It's recorded it during a live stream. All right. Cheers, y'all. Mm. Mm. Ooh, it's really earthy, old-fashioned. Hey, Kwamly. Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. If you come up with another abomination of a drink, I must be contacted. It's, yeah, that would be a fine idea. Okay. Got a little ring light up here. Does that make any difference? I don't know. Safa, yes, good evening. Yeah, Dutton is pandering to the racists as well. This is the whole thing, because you do get First Nations people who say, like Lydia Thorpe, for instance, say, okay, here's why I don't support this concept of voiced parliament. Feel quite strongly that Peter Dutton's reason for opposing it is very different. Namely, he's sending out an appeal to racists. And they lost their Indigenous member of, is he in the Senate or in Parliament? I don't know. But he resigned from the Liberal Party because of Dutton's decision, which, like, womp womp. So as I said in the last stream, I think it would be a very foolish person who launched any sort of challenge against Dutton before the next election. I say Ken Wyatt. Yeah, thanks, Safa. Oh, so okay, see, I'm not keeping up. He left Parliament, but he resigned from the Liberal Party in protest. Okay. Because I think it's beyond doubt the LNP will lose the next federal election. They got a chance the one after. So anyone who fucking tries to replace Dutton before the next election is a goddamn idiot, in my humble opinion. But what do I know? Because that's what I thought about Scott Morrison as well. There's like, oh God, that's a complete fucking joke that he's the leader. Well, they're losing the next election, and they didn't, which is still a source of some horror for me. But yeah, they lost the one after, so we got there in the end. So, deep sigh. So, I ordered some bottles there. I don't know how long they'll take to get delivered. Maybe next week sometime, maybe longer. I went with because I'd been meaning to get Archie Rose's tailored whiskey, where you get to design your own label as well as the malts that go into the whiskey. And then they brought out a new rum this week, triple molasses rum. When they're saying it ahead of time, I thought, oh God, this is probably going to be really expensive, and I won't get it because it's expensive. And it wasn't. It's competitive with like friggin', what do you call it? Bundaberg. Not the really cheap shit Bundaberg, but the slightly higher quality Bundaberg, which honestly I'll never buy again. Bundaberg rum, that is, because I spent a little bit extra on one thing, it'd be better, and it's Charles, it's all the molasses. Well, I mean, of course, all rum has a molasses base. That's what rum is, distilled molasses. But yes, this new rum, they used 3 different types of molasses to put the rum together. But it was a really competitive price. So my other big surprise, I went on the site, I'm going to get this triple molasses rum because it's actually way cheaper than I thought it'd be. And then like, oh, we're doing a special deal. We will send you buy a bottle, we will send you 24 of these canned cocktails for free. I'm like, 24? 24 canned cocktails for free? Really? It's like, are these not selling or something? I don't know. So, I mean, hopefully their flavor young Mr. Angry likes, because I am not going to drink 24 canned cocktails. I'll drink one because I want to know what it tastes like. I'm going to drink 24 though. Jesus. Oh, and with the custom whiskey, I get a little custom tasting glass as well. So that'll be nice. So I'll make a video about that when it comes, whether it's next week or the week after or whatever, about the okay, what do they actually call it? They don't call it customized. Because they've previously done this with cocktails with gin, and yeah, still doing it. Buy a bottle, get 24 free canned cocktails. Fuck me. Tailored, that's what they call them, tailored spirits. They had been doing it for a while with vodka and gin and cocktails, where you could get a personalized label. And they give you a choice in like the gin and the vodka. They give you a choice of what botanicals are in it, which is fun. And with the whiskey, they give you a choice of what malts are in it, which is fun. Oh, wowzers. Most of their bottled cocktails are sold out. But yeah, you also get to make your own label. So I got an Angry Cocktails label. Safa, this is Archie Rose. So seriously, now's the time to buy something online from Archie Rose. And if you don't want to spend a lot, okay, I'm just doing an extended ad for Archie Rose now. But where are we? Shop. They have they're sort of the core in the core range, tailored range, limited releases, cocktails. So what do they call it with the vodka and the gin? It's fundamental. That's it. They're fundamental spirits. Oh no, they still haven't brought the whiskey out. I would have been annoyed if I'd missed that. But they're straight dry gin, which I have, which is nice. The vodka, which I've tasted. And if you want vodka, that's a pretty good vodka. So yeah, if you get even one of their cheapest ones, you get 24 cocktails, which is pretty freaking wild. You see, other rums they've released were like $150 and $200, which is what I thought this new one was going to be. The triple molasses, it's 90, which is much more affordable. So I got some. So yeah, I mean, seriously, 24 bottled cocktails. I don't know what that usually sells for, but that's got to be somewhere in the region of 100, because I think they sell them in 6-packs. Be $20 odd for a 6-pack. Actually, maybe Dan's has them. I can do a thing. Let's see if I can find it. Rose. What Archie Rose products does Dan Murphy sell? Ooh, espresso martini. Gross. Yeah, okay. $27 for a pack of 4. So at that price, this is $100 worth of these fucking cans they're giving away. Holy shit. God, now's the time to do it. Wowzers. Look at me doing an extended ad for friggin' Dan Murphy's. Not Dan Murphy's, Archie Rose. Yes. Mikalic is catching up at 2.5 speed. Nice. Yes. Kirsten. Say the name 3 times. Kirsten may be occupied. There you go. See, calmly. The smoke, she is not illegal here. Probably will be before too much longer. But who knows? So I am just, poisoning myself with alcohol because it's legal. Yum the fuck oh. Oof. So yeah. Now's the time to buy something from Archie Rose. If you like the idea of canned cocktails and you don't get to choose the flavor, you just get whatever they send you. So I guess there's an outside chance you're not going to like them. I've not had them, so I don't know what they're like. But $100 worth of canned cocktails for free. What are you going to do? And in all seriousness, I was going to buy these things I bought anyway. And it's like, oh, and I'm just getting 24 cans. Wait, I just thought 24 cans. How much is in these packs? That's a 4-pack. So that's 6 of them. Jesus Christ. That's $150. Jesus Christ, that's $150. Going to be super disappointed if they are just not good. Well, again. How disappointed am I going to be? Because they're free? Dr. Abigail can come on the stream. Where are we? That is, come on, get your shit together, son. Better get a lawyer, son. Better get a real good one. Well, that's a solid choice, Comley. You did like the drinks, but you only wanted to do one. That is a solid choice. And kudos to you for just going like, yeah, I'm going to fuck up myself with something. I'll just limit it to one. Because I have known many people in my life who would hit the weed and drink quite heavily as well. It's not that good. Dr. Abigail, hello.
Magavanen melanin.
Yes.
It means well met, my friends.
I know, I've read the books, but you just criticize the shit out of me whenever I
Oh,
butcher the
you
language.
butcher the pronunciation.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Is it like true story? Growing up in Dubbo in pre-internet days, very isolated. You could do some classes by correspondence. I did some correspondence stuff.
Okay.
There were some people at my house. I think it was actually all girls at my high school who did French by correspondence, and it wasn't even
Sure.
with audio tapes. It was just written, and
Oh no.
they were getting like 100% in the written tests, and the person grading it was just like, yeah, you're awesome. And I think they went to a thing in person because they did that for my correspondence course as well.
I can see
They're
what's
like,
coming.
everyone, yeah, you can see where it's going. And
Yeah.
they show up going, bonjour, Miss Amos.
Yeah.
They get
Yeah.
introduced as the geniuses who get 100%, and
yeah.
they knew zero pronunciation, and it was a
Well,
whole
there
thing.
is a international phonetic alphabet for pronunciation. It's called the
I
IPA.
have actually seen that, yes.
And if I go to my Sindarin textbook that I've been reading,
Right.
there's an entire chapter on the IPA, which I showed you the other night.
Yeah.
And it's chapter 2. Like it's so important to get the pronunciation right to start with. So I'm sorry, I've got this ring light on. I'll just turn it down a bit so that the webcam might have a chance to pick it up. And I'm not so washed out. But yeah, it's got like an entire like that's just the vowels. And there's a chapter there's a where's the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet.
Yes.
Yeah, so IPA. So and this chart here, it shows English and then Sindarin, which is Elven or Grey Elven. So I studying hard, using my autistic hyper focus to learn the language. I don't know if you saw my posts above, but finding all these quirks, like learning a language wasn't hard enough, but Tolkien put these little like gotchas in it. Like, did you see the one about tense, like past, present, and future?
Not specifically.
Okay, so because you haven't been reading the comments. So there's a fourth tense in Elven languages called aorist. It reads very similar to present tense, except it's more for things that are timeless because elves are immortal.
Will always be.
So timeless truths and like habits of a lifetime.
So it doesn't
spoken
just mean now; it means always.
It means forever. Yeah. And I discovered today that I'm just going back to my comment, because like noun adjective order is unchanging in Sindarin, unlike in English how it can change order sometimes, like couch cushions or cushions of a couch.
Yeah.
In Sindarin, it's always couch cushions.
Okay.
And it can lead to weird things like occasionally suffixes can be at the start of a noun.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And it's just doing my head in. There's no of. The of is implied, Like Jewel of Kings is just King's Jewel in translated literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did my first proper, like, syntactically correct translation today.
Nice.
I'm very proud. Small achievement.
Yeah,
And I
that's
got a
good.
new toy.
Celebrate.
I got a new fountain pen.
Ooh.
It came with 3 nibs. I've got
Mm.
a small nib on it at the moment,
Yeah.
but it
Okay.
came with like some stylized, just some flat nibs for writing calligraphy. So now I've got the one I got from AZ.
Yes.
This one, which I've got blue ink in it. This one's really special, not just because I got it from AZ, well, AZ's mum, but also it's got, like, it's a refillable one. Like, it's got a little squeezy adapter thing, whereas this one takes cartridges,
Right.
which you kind of have to wait for the cartridge to empty, whereas this one you can just empty.
Yeah.
But this one leaks. I've already got some ink on it.
I got some ink stains already.
Yeah, but I got the ink bottle which AZ's mum gave me as well, which is really
Nice.
nice of her.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been also, which is easier, and I've been doing this for a prop for my D&D game. I've been practicing Tenghua runes,
Oh, nice.
which is actually surprisingly so much easier to write and translate than the language. Like,
Right. Yes, I get you.
the letters just translate. It's so much easier. It's great.
Nice.
So yeah. Apart from that, I had to go to the police station today. That was not fun. Yes, I wrote all that myself. Some of it's in English, some of it's Quenya, and some of it's Sindarin.
Nice.
So I don't like, yeah, there's like Quenya up here, and that's Sindarin, and yeah. Yeah. Also, I learnt the hard way: do not trust Chat GPT to translate any languages. Just
Yes. Anything
don't do it.
important to do with
It
Chat GPT, you have to fact check.
Yeah, absolutely. It lies like a motherfucker.
Yep,
It
sure
Do
does.
not rely on it for facts. It is not programmed to do that. It's programmed to fool you.
It's programmed to sound convincingly like a natural
Yeah,
language
yeah,
response to your question, which it's actually
exactly. That's
super
all it
fucking good
does.
at. It is super fucking good at. Like, seriously, I think you can experiment with it. Like, you can. It does, the way it shifts tone is great. I friggin' love it. Like, you could say,
Yeah.
uh, you could say, ask it to, in all of your responses, could you call me this? And could the tone be that we are lifelong friends and you're really
Yes.
enjoying talking to? And it will shift tone. And you could have probably a better quality text conversation with ChatGPT than with an average human, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it.
I've started getting into prompt engineering, which
Yes.
will become a skill that you need.
Yeah.
It's like to call it prompt engineering is kind of like, it's what's the word? It's invalidating real engineers, but
Mm,
we don't have a proper word for prompt engineering yet,
but
because this
you,
technology
yeah,
is so new. But it's going to be a skill just that everyone will have to learn, just like
yeah,
Google Foo
yeah.
is a skill. And I've written. I saw a YouTube video, and I made a script based on that YouTube video that helps me. That I use ChatGPT to write ChatGPT prompts, and it's basically a recursive script that only ends when I say it ends, and it's got 3 steps, and it basically is ChatGPT, you are my prompt engineer, and you follow these steps. Step 1, show me the prompt as it is now. Step 2, ask me questions about the prompt. Step 3, what was step 3? I've got it written down. Step 3, continue this iterative process until I say we're done.
Okay.
And it just so when it starts, it says, what do you want the prompt to be about? And I'll say, I want to say, write an essay about the benefits of vocational education for ADHD students, for example.
Yeah.
And then it'll write a short prompt, and then it'll ask some it'll go further and further into detail, asking me questions, and then I'll answer them, and then it'll say, okay, it takes that information, writes another prompt for itself, and then asks another set of questions, and just drills deeper and deeper and deeper, and just builds up this prompt until I say you're done. Then I open up a new chat, copy and paste the prompt, and then it does the thing.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, just to answer Safa, for the Archie discount code, try 10 off, all one word. And if that doesn't work, try Archie 10 off. TEN, not 10. So TENOFF in the discount code field. And if that doesn't work, put Archie 10 off. And that should get you 10% off.
People buying
you
online.
Okay, Safa. Again, talking about Google Foo and friggin' prompt engineering. In the same field, I went into the Archie Rose site and I registered with them. I gave them my email address, and then apparently I didn't finish it. I did actually put the order in on a different browser. I got an email saying, oh, did you just leave stuff in your basket? If you go back and buy it, we'll give you 10% off. Do 10 off. So if none of that stuff works, do everything except the final payment and then leave. And that includes putting your email address in, and they'll email you with a discount code.
That's a trick that you can use on a
works on a lot of
fair amount of websites.
Yeah.
We noticed that your shopping cart is still full, and you didn't check out. How about a discount code to incentivize you?
Yeah.
Kwamly, I used to work as a programmer, and I've been writing software since since I was 7, 6, something like that.
Wow, so for 20 years. Wow.
Sorry?
For 20 years.
20 years. I like you.
I know the right thing to say. There we go. There we go. There was a door open there. You didn't leave the door open on purpose, but there was a door there. It was open. I stepped through, and it's good. Actually, okay, weirdly, and you made me think of this when you were talking about you got the fountain pen and ink from AIDS.
Oh, yeah.
Randomly, I was thinking of him today, and I went, one of his great, and he had, the last 10 years of his life, he had some pretty significant achievements of dealing with the horrific health issues he had. But one of them was he stayed out of care. And for a lot of the last 10 years, people were pushing him to either live with his parents, which he did kind of get stuck with for I think it was somewhere around 6 to 10 months, which was not his favorite time. But of course, the other thing that he was being pushed towards by medical people that he should consider going into like the equivalent of an old people's home, possibly actually an old people's home, because young people with incapacity often get put in old people's home, which is fucked. And there was quite a bit of pressure on him, particularly the last 5 years. And he fucking beat it. He wanted nothing to do with it. And
I would hate that as well.
Against insurmountable odds, he stayed out. That was one of his big goals, and he fucking did it. And it was weird. That just occurred to me today. Yeah.
I can't imagine, like, the whole concept of going into an aged care facility where they control so much of your life.
Yes.
And you how do they get away with like absconding with so much of your rights while you're there?
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty full on. It's pretty full on.
Like, so I would hate that.
If that had happened to him, he would have either hated it or had lots of sex with the old people. Or both, actually. Had lots of sex with the old people, but hated the bits where he wasn't having sex with the people who were in the facility. And probably with some of the nurses as well. So,
yeah.
So the bits where he wasn't having wanton sex, he would have hated. But I think that would have happened as well. But yes, it's a whole thing. So, okay. And also, I think Carmely has no idea who we're talking about. Long time collaborator of mine, Carmely. Dude, I actually went to uni with. We did a theatre degree in the deep dark past, and he has been a regular on my YouTube channel for well over a decade, probably more like 12 years. And he died not that long ago, but he reached
it was just after Christmas.
Yeah, he reached 54, and he was basically expected to die somewhere around his 30th birthday because of all these health issues he had. And then he beat those, and then around his 40th birthday, he contracted flesh-eating bacteria that has about a 90% fatality rate, and he beat that too. And so basically, but his body was fucked. All his organs were fucked. And the last 10 years were a struggle in varying degrees. Sometimes he looked and felt really good. Sometimes less so, had a lot of hospital stays. But then pneumonia got him late last year.
Yeah. The running joke is that AD had avoided death, fought death, won games of Twister with death, so many times, beaten off death, and death got so frustrated that death cheated and got him with pneumonia.
Yeah, used all these hardcore medical things with horrific complications and high fatality rates, and none of them worked. And so just gave him a bad cold and killed him.
Yeah. That's cheating.
As I think it was one of his comedian friends, Dave Bushnell, at the memorial service said, "It just doesn't seem right. I expected the cause to be an asteroid came down and hit a skyscraper, which then the skyscraper fell on him." I thought it was going to have to be something like that to kill him.
And apocalyptic Rube Goldberg machine of just catastrophe to get him.
But it was so small. Calmly, it was life with AZ was an emotional roller coaster, quite honestly. Again, you might hear us like we were talking about ChatGPT and lying, or confidently saying things that aren't true in a way that if you're not careful will convince you of those things if you don't fact check them. That was a thing AZ would do as well. So we call that AZ. Well, there's two AZ modes. One is ChatGPT just lying to you, is going AZ on you.
Confidently bullshitting.
Yeah, and I think AZ was mostly not deliberately lying when he said those things, but and he literally had actually significant amount of brain damage from being dead multiple times. Not an exaggeration. That's like
There was a not insignificant amount of drug abuse as well.
The drug abuse is also part of it. Yes. In Australia, you can no longer get painkillers with codeine without a prescription. That's literally AIDS' fault. He was he was taking more than about 50 people should take, and he skewed the numbers. But yeah, so but I think partly AZ would half remember something, and in his
I still have my
way,
little
oh my
baggie
god,
of
you've got your
AIDS.
take-home bag of AIDS. Oh my god. Okay.
This is literally a selection of ashes of AIDS. From direct from the urn.
Was up for grabs.
Yeah. I have a little piece of AD forever with me.
He'd be very happy about. He would be so happy about.
He would.
He would genuinely be very happy about that. But I think what he used to do is he'd have a remembered or half remembered factoid, and his brain would just make links from it. And
he'd fill in gaps.
Convince himself it was true. He would convince himself it was true, and then he was such an orator, and he spoke so confidently. It was very easy to get sucked in by him. And it would happen on the streams occasionally. He would be on the streams and he'd be saying something, and I'd just feel compelled to go, I don't think that's true. That doesn't sound real.
Hey, look who it is.
Slightly delayed. We were invoking your name earlier, Kirsten. We were invoking your
Hi, Kirsten.
Also, Kirsten, check out how the bar's going. I've been making
so you're getting an actual bar?
Yeah, no, that's what. Well, this is my bar. The way it's got some shelves in here, but when I'm shooting video, the way the camera's done, it only sees the top of it, so it's like.
Oh, okay. So it looks like a bar.
Yeah, so it looks like a bar.
Cool.
Yeah. Kwamli, well, it's very flattering of you to say we're
thanks.
Yeah, but
it was I'm constantly making digs at Angry.
But that's what friends do. And AIDS, my God, the things we would do at it was particularly with AIDS and I, was a running thing to try and just fuck the other person up, just make them. It's got, in comedy terms, it's called corpsing, when you can't you can't be straight. You start laughing and you're just like trying to do the Archie 10 off. There we go. Kirsten,
there it is.
I was oh my god, because I was talking it up, like the triple molasses rum came out this week, and I thought, is this going to be another expensive one? I don't know if I can get it. And it wasn't. And yes, I went to the site. It was like a case of I've been talking about this all night. It's like $150.
He's very excited.
$150 worth of canned cocktails. My God.
A kid in a candy store. He's so excited.
Yeah. So yes, Kirsten, I ordered my tailored whiskey and the triple molasses rum. I'm not sure how long that'll take to come out, but I even, for the purposes of YouTube, I had my screen capture software on when I was on the site doing all the settings for my tailored whiskey bottle. So I'm going to make a whole video about the tailored whiskey bottle. I hope I like. Actually, I've never actually had a whiskey from Archie Rose I don't like. So it would be very weird if the one I went, those flavors sound good. I'm asking. Are you purchasing something that's less than $60?
Yeah.
That's your
spend a bit more.
Yeah. Sorry,
you're only spending 50. Got to spend an extra $10 to get that $6 off.
Yeah, yeah. So sorry,
Yeah.
I was just going to say something disparaging, and Safa would have taken the joke, but I was just going, oh, I don't need to. Just
You know
because he's like
those
he's buying less than $60. Don't be such a little bitch. Buy some more alcohol.
you know those light bars behind you look like lightsabers at the moment.
Yeah, which is good. That's part of what I'm going for. Jedi and Sith.
I got to. My son Will came out to me before, and he brought out his lightsaber, and he said that because it has a little battery pack inside, and he said the battery was leaking, and he took it out and showed me, and sure enough the battery was leaking, and while he was showing me he flicked the switch on, and while holding this leaky battery, and I just said, don't turn it on, and he said, I didn't, and I'm like, I just saw you do it. And then he just he noticed that I saw him do it, and he just added the word for very long. like he had a very ADHD day. So
yeah, that's fair.
So now I have to fix his lightsaber.
Yeah.
I fucking love Beat Saber. I played it so much. It's so good exercise. I have my own VR headset for my
I watch
PC.
other people play Beat Saber. It's really full on.
You should try it next time you're here. I'll get you to play a game.
All right.
It's probably more exercise than you've done in a long time.
Yeah.
From what I've
playing on the ultra hard level where the things are just
oh fuck
and
that.
this person's getting 100%. They're just sitting there going
that's
it's just
that's because they stream it every day and just practice and practice.
Yes.
I can play on hard as long as it's like not 360 degrees, because you can do it on 360-degree mode, and nope. Nope. But I've got the Green Day pack installed.
Okay.
And the songs are a bit harder with the Green Day pack.
Okay.
Compared to just the standard. So oh god, I've seen people do that. You have to be an actual Jedi to do it.
No, I watched a video recently of this young woman doing it. It was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I was going to say, oh, if you're having allergies now, but you're not in Sydney anymore. Apparently, Queensland and New South Wales and maybe the North.
We're getting like storms all across the East Coast this weekend.
They're not meant to reach us in Melbourne, like it'll rain, but the actual East Coast, Queensland down to Northeast Victoria, is like storm warnings, destructive winds, flooding, acts of God. The Armageddon is upon us.
And Melbourne's inclement weather.
Yeah, we are going to get rain. I don't think we're going to get the force of
the
storm.
Yeah.
But
so tomorrow's we're just going to get rain.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kirsten
on the bomb website.
Yeah. Don't just talk about being on bomb websites on fucking NSA heard that, and now there's a red flag next. Like I was about to say, as if there wouldn't already be a red flag against me and everything I've ever done.
All the talk about the stuff we do in Minecraft.
Yes.
Tell me when. Hi NSA, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey ASIO. Yeah.
I want to dig out some of the really funny memes I've seen of people who, have depression and or anxiety, and they make jokes about what their FBI agent thinks when they look at what they're doing online.
Yeah.
And they're actually out there.
The only person they have to talk to is the FBI agent who's tapping their phone.
Yeah. It's oh my god. You gotta laugh. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to have I was good just then and had some water. So
I'm currently drinking Summersby pear cider.
Oh, nice.
It is actually quite nice. It's Summersby, which I would rate as like C plus, like B minus tier cider.
Okay.
Especially their apple cider. Their apple cider is kind of C tier.
Okay.
But the pear cider is quite nice. The pear cider, using the angry scale, I would rate the pear cider as 7.5.
Oh, nice.
Maybe even an 8. Because
Yeah.
I do like a sweet pear cider.
My top tier cider is made out in Geelong, Flying Brick. Their mascot is Black Cockatoo. But
I thought you really got into French ham cider.
Look, if I want a cider that tastes like ham, I'm going to the French, and I'm going to go. Give me a bottle of your finest cider with a cork in it. You go, there, sir. Go, now I am going to ignore this for 5 years, and they're going, don't do that. And they're going, no, I'm doing that.
At least put it in the fridge.
Yeah,
what? No, it's going on top of the fridge.
Why would you do that? Because then it tastes like ham. Excuse me? Then it will be ham cider.
Excuse me?
And it's just like, then I will have friends over and I will crack it over on New Year's Eve and we'll all taste it. And we will look at each other for a couple of minutes going, this tastes like ham. Should this taste like ham? And then we will collectively decide we should not be drinking this because it tastes like ham, which is clearly not a good thing.
Yes.
Yes, Kwamli, that's the thing, because most pear ciders are much less sweet than apple ciders, but you do get
more. Pear cider on average is way sweeter than apple cider.
Oh,
by far. Like because I often drink pear cider, and universally I've found pear cider is sweeter.
Okay.
So if I go into any bar, any place that sells drinks, I'll go for a sweet apple cider, and if they don't have one, I'll ask for a pear cider, and guaranteed it's sweet.
Okay. Well, maybe I haven't been drinking cider much in recent years, but traditional pear cider, which is also called perry in England, is much, much, much drier than apple cider.
That's very strange to me, but different experiences.
Yeah. Kwame, it probably is very much depending on who makes it. It's probably that simple. It's probably that simple.
Yeah, it's probably regional. Also, like here in Australia, like it depends on the apples. I'd imagine like apples here being a lot tartar than sweeter pears that we get.
Yeah.
And apple cider apples being a lot sweeter in Europe compared to the pears they have. Also, Kwamli, we don't play Minecraft. We use Minecraft as a proxy for
committing
stuff
criminal
that we
basically
shouldn't do in real life.
if you ever mention something that is possibly or definitely a criminal offense, you just say in
Minecraft. Like I may or may not have certain pills under my desk in Minecraft right now.
That type of stuff. Just when you want the faintest bit of plausible deniability should it come to legal proceedings.
Yeah, in
I mentioned
Minecraft.
Minecraft. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to say my freezer martini is fucking awesome at the moment. So
You should get a little bar fridge for that room.
I ultimately probably, well, I need a freezer. A fridge would be nice, but a freezer. Oof, Kirsten, I bet being in the country
Oh,
area,
yeah, in the country.
fresh apples in the farmer's market, I bet they're good.
Mm.
Oh, it's already 10. Damn. Oh, well, it's a
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
long week.
it's not a school night.
It's not a school night.
So,
I just remembered to switch off my alarm as well.
yeah. Well, get this. My brain has still not adapted to the end of daylight savings.
Yeah.
So you know how I'm fixing my sleep schedule?
Yeah.
I have been waking up at frickin' 8:30, and it's doing my fucking head in. I set my alarm for 9 still, but because daylight savings ended 8:30.
Yeah.
And I'm so tired all the time. I just had this conversation with my GP, and despite the fact that like people keep saying I look healthier and like the bags under my eyes have turned skin colored, like what's with that? Being diurnal instead of nocturnal is it's so draining. I'm always tired. I have to have naps during the day, and yeah, brain fog.
Yeah, I
Oh,
sometimes have
thank
to
you,
have that.
Safa. Yeah, siestas. My GP gave me some advice on that, so it was pretty good. So I'm gonna keep it up. I got a big ass bottle of melatonin.
Mrs. Angry's been taking melatonin as well.
Since my brain struggles to make it on its own at night, store bought is fine.
Yeah.
And in case I really need it, I have some sleeping pills. So, but yeah, doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I always wake up at like 8:30, and
I get that feels tough, but most people say that's actually good for you if you wake up at the same time all the time.
yeah, that's what my GP said. The most important thing is wake up at the same time every day. Yes,
Yeah.
Safa, I'm aware of the dangers of sleeping pills. I'm well aware of that, both in terms of habit form, like forming habits around them, and like toxological dangers as well. Toxological, I don't know,
That's probably right.
alcohol related stuff too.
Yeah. I had a bad headache the other day, and I found probably the last packet of painkillers with codeine, and it was like the last 2 tablets. So the packet was probably like 4 years old or something.
Oh no,
Oh yeah, just what the doctor
it's
ordered.
still good.
It's still good. Well, it worked. But
I've still got some opioids. I've still got some like OxyContin in here. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Oh, hang on, it fell out because they didn't give me much. They gave me literally
gave you
5
little
tablets.
samples. Yeah.
Well, that was the prescription, 5 tablets.
Yeah. Yeah, this packet actually said in big letters on the front, like, can be habit forming. Don't use for more than 3 days. And I was just like,
yeah,
there's only like 2 tablets, and they've been sitting there for at least 4 years. So I'm just going to have them. Okay,
Yeah.
true story. My dad died of cancer when I was about 21, and there was people were telling me stories about how, because he was on some extremely serious medication towards the end, including painkillers, and I think he was talking about hallucinations and whatnot, which I thought was boring. And then I was like visiting the family home, like I don't know, it was probably Christmas, and it's just like in the back of this cupboard where Mum had a medicine. I realized it was my dad's prescription cancer medicine was just sitting
Oh,
there.
Jesus.
And I did actually take it because partly I was thinking that shouldn't just be sitting there. And I did take it. And this is also pre-internet days. It was not easy to look up. I'd not heard
Yep.
of what this was. And I actually took the bottle and I then thought on it for a couple of weeks and
Uh-oh.
threw it in the bin eventually.
Oh, okay.
But
I
but it
was
was
waiting to
literally
hear
like,
one
well, I heard
trippy story.
good stories about some of the stuff he had, and I don't know if this is the good stuff or not. And I just thought, you know what,
Hmm.
throw them out. Yeah, Kirsten,
I
you
was
definitely
waiting to
hang on to the end.
hearing about like finding your spirit animal or something.
Yeah,
Just like
there was
yeah, that's probably a smart move. But that opioids give me migraines, ironically.
that
So
is a bit ironic. Yes,
yeah, so I just can't take them.
there was a
Well,
really
I was in a hospital in Phuket for a
yeah
surgery,
yeah.
and I had to have a bunch of morphine, and it did my head in, and I just haven't been able to take opioids since.
Fair enough.
So
That was one of AIDS's jokes on one of his many dozens of hospital visits when they've got him checked in and he's on a drip and whatnot. And they'll say, "Can we get you anything?" He'd always like, "Can you get me some morphine?" And if they said yes, he'd go, "Oh no, I'm in trouble."
yes.
If
Uh,
if they just said yes to morphine, this is bad. But
mm,
what's wrong
yeah,
with me now?
they're enabling. Oh no,
Yeah,
what do I do?
yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It was speaking about
Well,
like actual,
when you need help with like external help with maintaining control of your addictions,
yeah,
of course it can be like really hard.
yeah. So
Mm.
just what we were talking about seeing your spirit animal and stuff remind me there's quite a nice article I read. There was a university trial done in Melbourne, people who were in hospice care, like end of life care, and treating them with hallucinogens and
Yep.
just talking them through it. And the doctor saying it was incredible these people were actually able to come to terms with, I'm going to die, and they're like feeling like I'm
Hmm.
finding my place in the universe. I understand what's going to happen. I can accept it. I can, because they were just, they were depressed, they were upset, they were
Yep.
anxious, and it was horrible. And there was this therapy where you're not making anyone better, then they're still going to die, but the change in
Yep.
mindset. Oh, calmly,
Yeah.
I watched the first episode. It's called How to Change Your Mind, um, on Netflix, a doco about hallucinogens, and I will probably watch more because it was interesting. I did watch the first episode.
It's like they've started doing um psilocybin trials,
Mm.
and not just microdosing either, like
No, no, like
proper
tripping balls dosing. Yeah,
tripping balls trials. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I don't know about LSD though. I think it's just
It's chemical
psilocybin.
psilocybin, I think, and
Yeah.
I think what's come out of the trials so far is this is always going to be an expensive treatment, because to do it properly and responsibly, it virtually has to be one-on-one, like a medical
Yeah,
expert has to be with you
because
for
it
6 to 12 hours one-on-one.
yeah, because a trip can go bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Minecraft.
In
I
Minecraft.
don't know. I've never done that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it is interesting when you talk to the people who've researched it academically, and then people who have really seriously pursued it recreationally, and just as a mind expense. It's fascinating, and that's the thing with these
Yeah.
people being treated for end of life care. It was just enabling you to think differently and
Yep.
opening up your mind. And it was actually a really beautiful article where they were talking about how these people were finding peace, and they they were not in any sort of denial. They were not pretending they were not going to die, but their views had changed to where they could accept it and pretty much embrace this is a thing that's going to happen, and it's a change, and I'm ready for it. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
we live in interesting times, I think. So,
I
but
agree.
you got to get weed's going to be legal here within a few years, because you look at what happened in the US. Like I said this heaps of times in streams. It went prescription medicinal marijuana is legal. It becomes a joke because some doctors are opening surgeries just to make money by doing prescriptions for medicinal marijuana. Authorities go, everyone's just getting it anyway. Fuck's sake, let's just make it legal and tax it. And we're
Yeah.
in the first stage. Government's actively supporting medicinal marijuana. I love that. Some of the stories I've heard from the US are hilarious, because it was always, not always, but very often, quite old doctors, like dudes who were obviously probably already retired, but then they went, wait, what? I can just make $50 every 10 minutes? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
They're just coming and go, yeah, are you feeling any of the following? Yes, you probably need this prescription. $50. There you
Slam. Yep.
go.
Yep.
There's a comic I saw of it online of someone going to a doctor to talk about a prescription for medicinal marijuana, and the doctor says, "Are you feeling particularly anxious about anything?" And the guy says, "I'm really anxious at the thought you might not give me a prescription for medicinal marijuana." And the doctor goes, "I have a prescription for that." And the guy gets the prescription and goes, "The system works."
Oh,
my
that's
God.
so good.
Calmly, if your mind's a snowy field, the more you walk, the more grooves will form, till you only work in the grooves. Working with a medical professional, you make new grooves. That's a quite good analogy. I like that. And it's
Yeah.
the path less taken sort of thing. And
Yeah.
we are conditioned to kind of think the same way, and from what people tell me in Minecraft, certain hallucinogens open completely new ways of thinking.
Yeah. From
So
what I've read
yeah,
and seen on various YouTube and YouTube videos and Netflix documentaries, it's all about remapping neural net
yes,
pathways in the brain,
yeah.
and yeah,
You can find some.
or reactivating neurotransmitter receptor sites and
Yeah,
things like that.
you can find some.
I need to take a wee break.
You do that.
I keep cutting you off. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. You need to take a wee break. You want to say that. You don't want to be delayed in that.
Mm.
Safa,
Yes.
almost everything.
Anyway, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you do that. Safa, Good Friday is the one day of the year where it's the most difficult to find anything open. Good Friday and up till noon on Anzac Day is when most things are shut. There are more things open on Christmas Day. But for your local supermarket, I don't know, try and find their website or something. It's a whole thing. Yes, I think I'm just going to. God, I need to tidy up this room because it's a little bit of a mess. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Okay. This is genuinely weird to me because I'm a grot and my life is disorganized chaos. But just organizing these bedrooms just got me in the vibe. Like, achieved this just amazing change in essentially one day. And so I've started tidying all the other places. So big thing I'm probably doing this long weekend is cleaning and tidying. Safa, no, I'm not working tomorrow. I'm a public servant, man. No way I'm working tomorrow. But not working Monday either. Big 4-day weekend. And because Anzac Day is on a Tuesday, like probably a lot of people, I took leave on the Monday. So I get another 4-day weekend. It's April, 2 4-day weekends. April fucking rocks. So I just decided I'm having another Easter egg. Yeah, it's got little top deck Easter egg. So it's got milk chocolate and white chocolate in layers. Mmm. Oh, that's a treat. Right. That's all the chocolate I'm eating this Easter. That's probably not true. I've got to try and work out a way to get that to sit on the edge of the glass as a garnish. Oh my God. That's perfect. A buttered hot cross bun and whiskey. Oh my God, that's exceptional. He is a good egg. I feel like I'm going to have to go get some.
So Kirsten, I'm not straight or anything, but can I borrow your husband just for hot cross bun and whiskey delivery?
I mean, like, yeah.
No hetero, but that's something I need right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what to do.
There is a cafe just outside of the West Melbourne police station. You know, the one on Spencer Street?
Yeah.
Called Code 3.
Right.
And obviously they get a bunch of cops coming in and out.
Of course.
Basically a cop bar at that point. You'll loan him out for this task. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you so much. I look forward to toasted and buttered hot cross buns and whiskey. Anyway, so I'm curious what what the code is. Code 3 is, because it's got to be like a cop thing. Yeah. But I was there and they had the most delicious banana bread with walnuts that I've had in a long time.
Ooh,
yeah, toasted, buttered. Oh, nice. It's exactly what I needed before a really difficult appointment today. So
yeah, good. Good stuff.
Yeah. The chai was okay, but it tasted powdered.
You know what you made me think of? There's I remember talking about this with Aids. We were driving
fed up
under
the internet.
When you go a bit further from West Melbourne heading out to the West Gate when you've got all those overpasses and underpasses for the freeway and shit. There's a bit where trucks park and there's like a shipping container or a caravan or something that's been converted into a cafe. We're driving past looking at that and going, that's not a cafe. That's where you buy drugs. Or I'm not saying you could hire a hitman there, but you could get someone who knows how to get rid of a body there. I know that for sure. And it's just like under an overpass. It's just like I have never seen anything look more dodgy than this. Like,
yeah,
that's just something. Ooh, Starwood Unexpected paired with the so that's
yes.
a peat tinged whiskey. Oof, yes. And thankfully, they did drop that rather silly name. Now it's just called Peat Finish or something.
Yeah.
They paid some marketing person too much money to come up with that name, Unexpected.
I don't understand some marketing people how they just miss the mark so much. Like, what universe do these people live in?
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
It is pretty weird. Safa, good point. That's probably where Pat does a lot of his business.
So in this Code 3 cafe, the Cop Cafe, they had a bunch of glassware from a lab. Like, they had this giant Erlenmeyer flask.
Yeah.
They had a retort with a boiling flask with a plant growing in it, and like a giant test tube rack with just cakes in it and stuff like that. And I gotta wonder, was all this equipment from like a drug bust that the cops just donated to the cafe?
They busted a meth lab and said, you could probably use this in your cafe.
Yeah. They also had a police box, i.e. a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Like, it was like this big. It was pretty big. Just like Chachki just decorating the shells. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I like that, Kirsten. That's the classic line. 50% of what you spend on marketing is wasted, but no one's sure which 50% that is.
Yeah. I remember when I was at uni the last time, I knew a guy in the queer club, whatever you call it. He was studying public relations.
Right.
As if that's a legitimate degree, which apparently it is. And I used to just constantly I never let up, because all public relations is propaganda.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly, even like the guy who invented the term public relations used to be in propaganda for a particular Yahtzee party who shall remain unnamed. Yeah. Yes. And just corporations use that term. That's all it is. It's propaganda. And marketing is basically propaganda for buy our shit that you don't need. I hate it.
Megaleech looked it up.
Of course he did. That they are responding to a call with emergency lights and sirens. It's routine.
So they're using lights and sirens, but it's not an emergency. Like they're taking a pizza back to the station house or something. I don't know.
It's used for non-urgent routine cases.
I'm not understanding that, quite honestly.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out, Kwamly. We do. Look, honestly, a long weekend now. Probably going to have lots of streams over the next couple of days. If you're at a loose end.
Yeah, non-urgent routine cases, such as a person with ongoing back pain but no recent. See, that doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah, I'm
Why
quite
would police be called for? Oh, you used Bing Chat AI.
okay, yeah. So you're
Why would
probably
you
aware
do
that
that?
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, don't use. See,
Okay. Just going to do a search. Code
yeah,
3. Victoria Police Code 3. Response codes used by Victoria Police.
that's what I just found as well.
Yeah, code 3. It's a meal break. Code
A
3 is a
meal
meal
break.
break.
Yes. Meal break. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, responding code 3 out
Yeah.
on a meal break.
That's literally just meaning they're not going to be taking calls and of course that's why you
Yep.
call it Cafe Code 3. It's a cop cafe.
Yep. Code 3.
There you go.
Donut break. Yep. It had to be something tongue in cheek for
Perfect.
Love it. Thank you for that.
All right. So
I think we just did the same Google search and went to the same web page at the same
Cora.
time, and just that was brilliant.
Yeah. Or anyway, Carmly, these streams were originally 3 years ago, almost to the day, trying to stay sane during COVID, and just kept doing them. So we do them. So if you're ever around, but no, no harm, no foul. If we never see you again, that's fine as well. Go on and live your life. So Megalich is coming up with other weird things. It's frowned upon to come up with code 3 break.
I hope you're not using Bing Chat AI for that.
Yeah.
But
so this one,
I don't know. This web page is from an archive, so it looks like it's last updated in 2002, which is 20 years ago. So you never know.
Yeah. So this is on core again. Honestly, yeah. If I wanted to swear to it, I'd do more research. It says code 1's on patrol, code 2's at the police station, code 3.
Yep.
But okay. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, no. Megaleeches, this is on the Cora thing. Code 3 is never used. It's frowned upon, forbidden to come up with code 3 from. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. But no, Megaleeches, the same thing. Code 4 stopped with the vehicle. Code 5 arrived at scene. Code 6 unavailable. Code 9 police on duty. Urgent need of assistance. Code 12 vehicle collision. Code Grey AIDS he just threw a chair at a doctor because he's sick of their bullshit.
Just saw a flappy dog.
Yeah. I think he admits Code Grey is patient is violent. I think he admitted to 2 Code Greys in his life, and I think they were both doctors. He would
Code
swear
Grey
he'd
is
never worked for a
basically
nurse.
Code Grey patient is violent. Code Black patient is violent with a weapon. If you hear either of those two, don't go to that area.
Yeah,
unless
Code
you're the
Black
security.
is they want cops there.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like security rush there. Cops have been called.
Yeah. So, but yes, in the actual stage show Code Grey, he did dramatize one of the Code Greys, which his frustration was when he's trying to get treatment for his rheumatoid arthritis, and he'd been fucked around by doctors for over a year, and things had got worse. And he didn't really do the detail in the show, but he said they basically told him there was a treatment they could have tried that has a high success rate, but it's very expensive and isn't covered by Medicare or anything. So they never told him about that because, they didn't want to upset him by telling him something that was out of his reach. And it's too late now. It's just like,
Hey, I'm slowly failing.
Oh, so am I. I didn't want to go really late.
I'm getting really tired, so I might have to call it.
Yeah. Sorry, just before we go, Safa talking about Code Brown. That is officially in the health. No, that's official. They've had Code Brown during COVID. It's basically when the system's under so much stress, they're worried the system's going to fail. And that's like COVID, because a lot of there was too many sick people and too many staff were off sick. Code Brown is an emergency in the health service. And I just think that's really funny. It's like Code Brown, they're all shitting themselves.
The system has shat itself.
I just think that's hilarious that that's a Code Brown, because they've all shit themselves.
It's very meta.
Because Mrs. Angry works in health, and she was telling me they had a Code Brown, and I just giggled, and she goes, "What are you laughing at?" Well, it's Code Brown because they're all shitting themselves. She goes, "I don't think that's why they call it that." And you go, but is it? Is it?
Yeah. It's like nurses have slang for like all kinds of procedures and types of patients, and because they don't want to use the real words in front of said patients.
Exactly. I think Safa, Code Yellow is when they get a shock and they piss themselves. That's a nasty surprise and they piss themselves. When things really go bad, it's Code Brown because they're shit. But anyway, first night of a long weekend. We don't want to overdo it. Yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll see what happens then. So you fine folk all take care.
Navaya Melanin Amenet Suaid.
And good night, one and all.